Whipworms are small parasitic roundworms that have a tail shaped like a whip and live in the large intestines of dogs and other mammals. Whipworms attach themselves to the wall of the large intestine and feed off the blood of the dog. Female whipworms can grow up to 3 inches in length and produce up to 2,000 eggs per day. In contrast to parasites such as heartworms that hatch in one part of the body and migrate to another, whipworms hatch and live in the intestine. Canine whipworms are found throughout the U.S. and are most common in warm and humid climates. The definition of a whipworm is a parasitic nematode worm that has a stout posterior and slender anterior part, especially one that infests the intestines of domestic animals. The transmission of whipworms. Whipworms are transmitted through the consumption of fecal matter by food or water. Some symptoms are bloody stool, weight loss, dehydration, and anemia. Treatment for whipworms are medicines and vaccinations that you can get from your veterinarian. Prevention. There are several ways to prevent your dog from getting whipworms, such as cleaning up the yard after your dog uses the bathroom minute at the end of the week to prevent it from eating its feces, and make sure you cook all your food thoroughly and wash them good, and avoid contact with soil that might be contaminated, and wash your hands with soap and water before handling food. Prognosis. A number of preparations are effective against whipworms. However, it is difficult to attain drug concentration in the colon where the whipworms reside. To get rid of the whipworms, deworm the dog and follow up for rechecks until gone. Is whipworm a zoonosis? Whipworm eggs are present in the dog waste of infected dogs. Dogs are most infected with whipworms when they consume whipworm eggs. Dogs most frequently ingest the whipworm eggs when cleaning their paws or drinking infected water. Different whipworm species affect different animals. This means that whipworms that evolved to live in the dogs cannot infect people.